Hello everyone, we are going to make another stuffed pumpkin today. It's in November and I got 2 Cinderella pumpkins. If you watched my pumpkin patch video, Robert picked these out. They're still good. I've only, out of all like the 10 pumpkins I got this year, only 2 went bad. And I think it's just because it was hotter this year. And I didn't even have them outside. I kept them inside. But if there's a flaw that you didn't notice, it will just like start to rot. And so 2 of them rotted, they're outside, the rest are good. I've never actually opened a Cinderella pumpkin before. I don't even know if we've ever had a Cinderella pumpkin, but this is technically a Cinderella pumpkin. So we're gonna cut it open. We're gonna see how many seeds are inside. I'm kind of like, I want the top, that's my oven preheated. I want the top to be pretty wide open because I'm gonna stuff it. So today I'm gonna stuff it with like a sausage rice mixture. Since this is a pretty like stout, thick pumpkin, I'm gonna bake it first at 375 for about, I don't know, we're gonna try 20 minutes, but it might be in the 30 minutes. And then while it's baking empty, I'm gonna make the sausage and rice mixture. And then once this is 20 or 30 minutes, I will stuff the sausage rice mixture inside and then bake it for another 20 minutes. Like with pumpkins, like the timing, you know, it really just depends on the thickness of the pumpkin. If it's a smaller, thinner pumpkin, it might not take as long. Did I cut deep enough? Probably not. This is the tricky part. I don't really want to destroy the top, but I might have to. I'm just trying to find a tool to pry the top off that's not a knife because I don't want the knife to slip and cut me. So I have this little spreader. It's too weak. I'm bending it. That's not working. What about a classic butter? Come on. Why are you not wanting it? There we go. There we go. What does it look like on, oh my gosh. It's, very, very stringy. It smells good. It's not rotten. It's just, this is not what my pumpkins normally look like. It's more like cotton candy texture instead of the stringy texture. But again, this is the first time I've ever opened a Cinderella pumpkin. All right, let me clean it out. Oh, it's not easy to clean out either. Wow. It don't smell bad, but it doesn't smell like other pumpkins that I've cleaned before. I did watch a bunch of videos of people baking Cinderella pumpkins, so I know it's possible. You see how see how thick it is? Like doesn't go as deep as I thought. Like the meat is thicker. So we'll definitely, it's gonna take at least an hour, I bet, of baking this thing for it to be cooked all the way. I did wash the outside of my pumpkin. I don't know if I show that on all my videos. I do wash the pumpkins before I start the process. Even though we don't end up eating this hard skin, I still want it clean before I bake it. All right. Oh my goodness. I am going to scoop out a lot of this. I'm not gonna do that on camera because it's gonna take forever. And then same thing with the top. Take these seeds off and then cut off all this pumpkin fluff. I've cleaned out the inside. This was how much fluff was on the inside. I still have to clean the seeds. I don't throw these away. I'm gonna clean them and we're gonna roast them later in the oven. But for now, I'm gonna brush a little olive oil on the inside, sprinkle some salt, and bake this at 375 for 20 to 30 minutes. While the pumpkin is baking, I'm just gonna cook some Bob Evans pork sausage. I'm also starting some white rice, and then I'm gonna saute some onions and peppers to mix in with this sausage. Robert cooked the sausage for me. He got it very fine. I love it. I sauteed the onions and the peppers separately, added a little garlic. I cooked a cup of rice, but I ended up only putting 1 cup in. I'm sorry, half a cup of the cup that I cooked. I just didn't want too much rice. It is a little yellow because I cooked it with chicken stock just to add a little flavor. And then I added about like 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning and a little oregano. And it tastes really, really good. So now I'm gonna stuff this in the pumpkin, which has been in there 30 minutes. So let's take it out and see what it looks like. All right, I'm gonna cook the pumpkin a little longer before adding this stuffing. So the lid, as you can see, my fork goes in quite easily, and that's what I want. So I'm gonna put the lid to the side. I'm not gonna put that back in the oven. But the rest of this, it's still a little too firm. I want it cooked a little bit more before I add the stuffing. So I'm gonna try 10 more minutes and see what happens. I cooked it for 15 more minutes. So that means altogether I have baked this pumpkin for 45 minutes at 375. I think just because it's a thicker pumpkin, it's taking longer. But the fork is going in smoothly like I like. So now I'm going to take my pork rice mixture and stuff it in, put the lid back on, and bake it for 20 minutes. I put the lid back on, but apparently cooking them at 2 different times made one shrink. I haven't had this happen before. Usually the lid fits, but oh well. I'm going back in the oven for 20 minutes, or it's going back in the oven. I'm not. Pumpkin is. All right, here it is after 20 minutes. I like the consistency of the pumpkin. Still maintained its shape. There is a lot of liquid coming out. My stuffing did not have any moisture, so it was definitely from the pumpkin itself. I'm just cutting it in quarters. Honey, do you want that piece? It looks good and it smells really good. All right, quick taste test. There is no written recipe. This was just a combination of a whole bunch of different recipes. The pumpkin is nice and soft. It's a little stringy. The thing about pumpkin, in my opinion, because I've baked a lot of pumpkins throughout the years, no two are alike. Not the most flavorful pumpkin. Ooh, did I say it wrong? Pumpkin?
No, you got it.
Taste yours. Tell me what you think.
It's good.
Robert was laughing because he knows pumpkin is not the most flavorful thing in the world. So he actually has a bowl of brown sugar. So once he's done eating the savory, he'll put a little brown sugar on the pumpkin. That really is a good way to eat pumpkin. He prefers sweet pumpkin dishes. I prefer savory. But that stuffing is really good. Taste the stuffing.
It's good stuffing.
Taste the stuffing.
Delicious.
Peppers I used were sweet peppers. They're good. And I like this because, you know, we only eat pumpkin like 3 months out of the year, so I'm just trying to make uses out of our display pumpkins instead of throwing them away.
What's that spice?
The Italian seasoning.
Something keeps zapping me.
Just the Italian seasoning. It's just the Italian seasoning we bought at Sam's Club. It's really good, but you got to use it sparingly because it's very, very salty. I liked it. It turned out pretty good. It was good. I was worried it was going to be dry, but I guess since there's a lot of moisture in the pumpkin,
good flavor.
it's not dry.
It is good. Tastes like broth.
I mean, it I did use chicken broth in the rice.
You cooked out of it. We're gonna eat here.
Nope, we're gonna eat. We're gonna watch TV.